Does our hair look okay? Do we look good? That's like a first question, I guess.
First coffee, I'll get it out of the way.
Get it out of the system. There you go.
We're ready.
We're all in. No, honestly, I'm probably going to keep that anyway.
No, fair enough,
keep it all.
Show the world. We
the
were
world
supposed to
what
have
it's
this
really
last week, but then we were sick, and now we're back here.
Back here again. So Karan canceled on me twice, but it's okay. We got him into the studio.
It was a mutual agreement.
He said that he had bronchitis, so thank you, Karan, and his bronchitis.
It was a mutual agreement. You called me too.
Yeah, I did too. I also didn't have time, so fair enough.
No,
but guys, welcome to the next gen. This Thursday again, we have Mr. Karan here with us.
Excited to be here. Thank you so much again.
He wore his founder hoodie, very on brand.
Just look at everything.
I'm here for this. But we're gonna hop right into it.
Awesome.
Karan, what has been the biggest jump entrepreneurially that you've done? Entrepreneurially, that was in English. We got it out. What has been your biggest entrepreneurial jump that you think has led to your success now?
I think for me, it was Blades Banter. I think that's when I really started thinking about, okay, I want to open something for the community. And when the barbershop idea came, which was 4 years ago, by the way, which I'll kind of touch up later on, I was like, okay, I want to open this. I was just finding the right location, putting ideas together, what I want in this barbershop. And then when we opened it up, it was just like, holy smokes, like it's
working.
It's working, you know? We didn't think it would work, but it is working. Yeah.
When did you know, I would say like the first time, or like what was your first hustle, or when did you know that maybe working like a classic 9 to 5 wasn't for you?
So I worked at Walmart for a week. Not even a week, 3 days. And then when somebody, I think I would show up a little late, and then I think the manager called me out for it once, and I'm like, I don't need this.
I'm not going to do this.
I'm not working a 9 to 5. So that was like my first official job in high school. Worked 3 days, made $400, which is not bad. Called it quits. And then that's when I realized I'm going to be my own boss.
Oh, that's awesome. I think it took me longer. I worked like everywhere you could work, I swear to God. I started working at Superstore when I was 15. So I did Superstore, and then I worked at Superstore and Sport Check while I was going to high school. And then I did Sport Check in Aritzia warehouse when I was in uni. And then I was doing Sport Check and TD Bank. So I started working at TD.
Yo, you're a real hustler, bro. I don't even
And then I was doing TD, and then TD just transitioned into the Times of Canada and Times Insurance and like everything podcast, what we're doing now. But I think I just been working.
Just been working since 15, guys. But what made you kind of be like, yo, I want to do entrepreneurship?
Honestly,
because you've done a couple jobs too.
I've done, you're right. I think for me, what made me want to do this is like the impact that you make is beyond the company that you're working for. Like now I can say that like I made the impact or my team made the impact, and it's more like feeling that like autonomy of what you're doing. Because I got to the point where I was like, I could be the best ever sales associate or best whatever for someone else. But it would never be, like, if I left, that place would still keep going. There would be no real impact. Like, I could be the best employee TD's ever seen at that branch. Every client's my best friend. But then if I left...
Tomorrow I'm going to get replaced.
I'm going to get replaced. So this was cool to kind of make it more about, like, impact and what I can change and, like, how I can change even, like, the culture of where you work and making a space that was, like, super inclusive. So that was my
Get the community involved. That's a big one. That's awesome.
Literally.
That's dope, man.
Nice. I know. Surprise. She's worked everywhere. But I think that everyone in their life should work retail once.
100%.
Because I don't think people realize, like, retail is, first introductory job, but also if you've been, like, a princess your whole life or been very sheltered, I think that's the first time you realize you have to work. Like,
people are going to come at you in a retail job. Even though I worked 3 days, trust me, man, it's traumatizing till this day.
No, literally. Because you have to work. And I think, like, even me, I have so much respect for anybody, because my parents were always like, you know, you treat the CEO like you treat the janitor. But I clean toilets at Sport Check. Like, I
respect that.
And once you do that, you just have so much, you don't ever think you're better than somebody because you've done it too, right? So I think that's what I see, like, people lacking is that, like, if you skip that introductory role, sometimes you skip the respect that you should have for people. You really don't lock in the same way.
That's what a lot of younger generation lacks too, is respect for people. So I think, you're right. You have to go through a ego-breaking moment. That's what it is. May be working a job, or may you lose, like, a downfall in your career. Like, you have to go through it to get humbled.
Hi guys, this episode is sponsored by Four Seasons Media. For all your social and digital marketing needs, you know who to call. They promote your business, they create your reels, they create your website, they do your AI agents, and also all your target marketing. So why wouldn't you call them? The phone number is 604-506-6012. And thank you for sponsoring this episode of The Next Gen. No, otherwise you literally do not know. Like no one would know that you're going through stuff or figuring stuff out. You just have to jump into
it. It's crazy nowadays. Like everything is just like silver spoon for a couple kids. So you're right. You have to put your kid through it. Like you have to understand the hustle. You have to go through it.
If you don't, you never know.
You'll never understand it. You'll never appreciate everything that's given to you.
No, literally, because then it's an expectation at that point. Like I feel like if you work for it, it's really like you appreciate it so much more.
Yeah. So that's what people don't understand. You have to understand that.
Yeah, it doesn't work otherwise. Now, speaking of like hustling, so we started off with wanting to be a doctor, right? Like that's where we started off. Yeah. Which was so crazy. So how did you come from wanting to be a doctor, going to med school, to shifting to here?
Yeah, okay, so holy, you're getting into it, bro. So basically,
welcome on the podcast.
Welcome to Next Gen podcast. It's for the Next Gen.
This is for you guys.
Yeah, straight up, it is for you guys. Yeah. So what happened with me is that I'm from a typical Brown family, you know, doctor, lawyer, engineer, otherwise you're a failure. Yeah. So, you know, my parents always from day one are like, yo, you're going to go into medicine. And they weren't even forcing it on me. I myself was like, you know what, I'm going to become a doctor. Because for me, I've always had visions of being successful. And for me, I thought being a doctor, I'll make money, I'm going to be successful. Like that was my priority, right? Yeah. But at the same time, I could care for people and I could take care of people. I love giving back and I want to take care of people. That was my thing. So when I got into, graduated high school, I got into, you know, what's it called? I totally forgot about the university. Med school, but the university was... Townsville, like JCU. Oh, okay. So James Cook University in Australia, right out of high school. So think about a kid who's never been away from his family, gets thrown into like Australia across the world.
Did you go a little crazy?
Yeah.
Like crazy, and like I honestly think that if I was so left alone after, homesick for sure, but I was gonna say I probably just would have been crazy. Yeah. Like I would have been raging every night if I went from like being home at like 18, 19 to being like, here's full freedom, like my mom's not calling me. Like it throws you into something completely new.
It was scary. And you know, we passed first year, barely, you know, 0.1%. Like not even, like I barely passed, you know.
C's get degrees, you get it done.
And then second year I failed. Yeah. And then I was devastated. I was so devastated that I let my parents down. That I was like, yo, what am I gonna do with my life? I have to redo this year. Everyone's gonna be like, yo, what are you doing? And then while I went back to second year, COVID-19 happened. So redoing second year. What happened in Australia at that time was the borders were closed. So they wouldn't let me go back home. Oh, you know what I mean? If I go back home,
you were gonna be. If you went home,
I couldn't come back.
You couldn't come back.
So I didn't want to risk it for my parents.
Yeah.
I redid second year. I passed.
Okay.
I went into, but after second year finished, I was in Australia for a whole year. My mental health at that point could not take that level of being away from home. You know what I mean? Because all my friends were Australians. They got to go home. I couldn't. Like I had to stay in an empty apartment. So for me, like I started getting homesick. I started getting like sick to the point where mentally I was on antidepressants. I was going to therapy. I was trying to do everything. I was playing soccer. I was going to the gym. I was doing everything you can do to get yourself out of a slump. But it didn't work. So I got super sick in January 7th or 8th. Ended up in the hospital in Australia. And then got out of there. And we started third year. But I was so to the point where I had suicidal ideations where I'm like, yo, like, I'm not feeling good. I have to go home even if I can't come back. I decided to go home. And I felt worse because now I don't even have a career to go back to. Yeah. And, you know, I let my parents down. Like, everybody, like, the mockery that my parents had to hear that their son is a dropout till this day hurts me. Maybe that's where my hustle comes. Like, I have to prove for my parents that I'm not a dropout. Like, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to work hard. So I dropped out. I couldn't go back now because the borders were still closed. And I was in a huge slump. Like, at the time, I had a partner who helped me through my dark times. We broke up too. So, again, it was a very tough time in my life. Yeah. And that's where my hustle comes from. Like, now I'm like doing this business, that business, or doing this. Like, I keep going. Like, I cannot, like, my dad had to hear, like, yo, your son, like, dropped out, like, like he's never gonna become anything. Family members said that stuff to us.
Yeah.
Like it was the most painful thing till this day I have to carry with myself. So
do you feel like you almost overcompensate with how much you do now?
Yeah.
Because that happened?
Like a lot.
Yeah.
Some days, like I won't even sleep properly because I'm just hustling. Like I'll sleep 2, 3 in the morning and I'll wake up at 9 or 10, like if I have to be somewhere. Like it's now work. That's it. Like I cannot, like the amount of dirt my parents, like their names went into dirt because of me.
Yeah.
Like I felt so embarrassed that like now I just work to the point where like I have to, like, if anybody sees my parents, like, oh, Karan Kanwar is your son, like, he's doing so good in his life.
You want it to be the other way around.
Other way around. Like, you will say my name again, but I promise you will make sure that you will give my parents the respect they deserve.
Yeah.
Because, like, our parents are not going to be with us our whole life. Like, I realize that I want to give my dad and mom the life they deserve before, God forbid, they have to leave.
Yeah.
So for me, that's the most important thing. Like, that's my purpose.
You want to see them proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think also, like, there's so much pressure that comes with being, like, the child of an immigrant. Because I think I see myself, like, I resonate with so much of what you said. Because it's the whole, like, they came here to work. And if you don't match that or go above that, it feels like a waste. Yeah. But honestly, nothing in life is a waste. Like, that's been something I think I've been working on internally, too. That, like, it's okay to have fun. Like, once you're really in it, it becomes your whole life. And it's because it was their whole life. Like, I remember talking to my dad about this, honestly, a few weeks ago. And I was like, you were a great dad and everything. But I really think that your focus was work because you had to provide for 2 kids. Like, you had to provide for a family. Versus the whole point of you working so hard was for me to live a softer life. For me to be able to enjoy the things that you never enjoyed. Like, I've been to Whistler more than my parents have been to Whistler. Like, little things like that, I think, are really eye-opening. And same thing as you, I think I've very recently had the realization that, like, they never got to live. Yeah. They never got to live. So I'm like, okay, if I'm planning something, I want them to come. But then they're so used to that grind culture that for them taking a day off where there is, like, I think in our community especially, and even the way I look at myself, I don't think I'm worthy of things until I attach achievement to them. Yes, exactly. Like, I was academically gifted, so I was a good kid. Yeah. I'm a productive adult, so I'm a good member of society. But there's so much more to that, and, like, I'm happy that you're sharing that because I'm so sure so many people feel like that, but there's more to life than that as well. Exactly. It's hard to get out of that mindset. It's hard to let go of that pressure. I think when you let go, that's the biggest superpower, when you're like, I don't care. Yeah. Let society talk. Because I think your biggest takeaway is the people that were saying that to your parents are always the first ones to post whatever. Yeah. I'm sure you've probably seen the episode with my brother. Yeah. And to this day, I think the biggest thing for me is it's the people that were like, your kid's not in school, blah, blah, blah. But I'm so proud of you. But you are killing it. Like, okay, so where was that when he was getting into that field? When he was down bad, you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. But now you're, like, all behind his success. Yeah. So it's crazy how people are in society and how it goes. But yeah, man, the goal is at the end of the day to take care of your parents and just give them a better life. Like, that's what it is now. So, which is amazing. And I think you're doing that. Trying. I'm not even gonna lie to you, last 2 months, like, there have been times as a business owner, I'll be honest, business looks beautiful from the outside. No one knows what's going on. You see the social media posts, it looks sick. But you don't know when I have to sit in my car and I'm negative in my bank account and it's going into an overdraft. And my mom's like, Karan, we gotta make this payment, that payment. And I'm sitting there like, yo, like, I am still not where I wanna be. And I feel like growth. I can't still take care of my parents. And that is the most energy draining, depressive moment when you have to sit with yourself and be like, okay, I still have to hustle. I don't see the results, but it's going to work out. So it's time. And then I also think that we compare ourselves to people that are in their 40s and 50s. Oh, yeah. Like, that's a huge thing that I'm trying to take a step back from and be like, they've had the time. Like, this wasn't overnight for anybody. There's so many times that I'm like, oh my God, but this person X, Y, and Z. And then comparison is the thief of joy. I just take a step back and I'm like, they had 30 years to perfect their craft. I'm just trying my best. Yeah, it's so much of life that I realize is, I'm just trying my best. Yeah. And I think if you really try your best and you put in the work, you'll get there. But we're also comparing people's end goals to our beginnings. Yeah. Like, we're looking at their chapter 10, we're still on chapter 1. But exactly. You know what's the beauty of that?
that shows that you actually are going to do something big in your life.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you are comparing yourself to somebody who's 40, 50 years old, that's your competition. Now, if that's your competition, you're going to move 3x the speed as well.
Yeah.
So there is a benefit of that as well. But yes, you're right. Comparison is a thief of joy. And it does kind of get to you, but you got to really just go tunnel vision and be like, okay, I got to focus on this, and that.
What do you think is the biggest hidden thing that they don't see?
The sleepless nights, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mostly what they don't see is the day-to-day.
Yeah.
They don't see, okay, like they're posting this collaboration with this organization. How are they doing that? But they don't see the emails that are going out, the in-person meetings that are happening, the day-to-day talks that we're having with people to make things happen, the media teams that we're talking to promote our business, the, like paying people, like, like $600 there for a sponsorship, $1,000 there for a sponsorship. They just see, oh, they're working with these guys, but they don't know the back end of like the headache you have to take and paying people and taking care of business. They don't see that. So some nights you're up till 3, 4 in the morning just planning your to-do list, planning out who to send clients to, planning out, what booking is happening when. They don't see that.
They don't see that.
They don't see, oh, Angel Limos is going out for a trip today, or, these barbers are cutting hair today, or, they don't see the back end of like, okay, I got to post this, I got to do this email's going out. So it's crazy.
I think honestly, behind the scenes is the scariest thing ever to explain to
Yeah.
people, even for me. Because I think, especially being a girl, like I post a lot of like the glitz and the glam, and this is where I am. I had my favorite compliment, I think, and honestly, it might not even be a compliment, but it just made me feel good that like people can see that I actually put in the work as well.
Yeah.
I had someone tell me the other day that, hey, I met you once at your gala, amazing gala, like I had so much fun, whatever. But today when I met you, my whole opinion changed of you. And I was like, oh, like, why did your opinion change? Like, did I do something, whatever? And they're like, no, you came into this event and you came in wearing your heels, wearing your outfit to MC. You're holding 3 bags of ice. You're holding the box of all the brochures. And they're like, we just assumed being someone from here, taking over your dad's company, that you'd be like, you'd come, do the show, and leave. Posh. Yeah. You're like just not really putting in, like, people don't see the grind.
Yeah, they don't.
Like, the grind really is that I do the fun stuff, but the bottom line work majority of the time is
done
me.
by me too.
Yeah, it's
like
when you're running the full ship.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I have an amazing team. Love my team to death. Like, they put their blood, sweat, and tears into everything that we do.
Yeah.
But there are parts of it that only you can do, or there are parts of it that if I'm driving and if I can take a burden off of somebody and give them a little bit less of a stressful day, why wouldn't I do that?
Yeah.
And I think that compliment of like, oh, you actually do things? I was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Like, I actually do things.
Yeah.
And like, I have to too. But it kind of shifted the way I think of my day-to-day tasks, because I think it's a good thing. I think if I can do it all, it is a good thing.
It's a great thing.
And why not? If I can do the labor work, but also do the X, Y, and Z work, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think people fall into these patterns where doing like the brunt work almost gets looked at as something so negative.
It's a bad thing to do.
Yeah,
which
but I'm like,
makes no
my
sense.
Parents built their whole empire off of, well, empire, legacy, whatever you want to call it, off of brunt work. Like, it's hard work. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, dude, trust me. Like, there's only certain visions that you can see that cannot be replicated from another person.
Yeah.
Like, this podcast was your vision that is being implemented in a way.
With our help from Four Seasons
help,
behind the camera there.
Exactly. But it's your vision that you started that, I want to do this, and this, and this is how I'm going to go through with it. It's your vision. Yeah. Right? So the same thing in business. Like, I'm going to post something, it's going to be my way, my vision. Like, that's what some people won't understand. Yeah, I mean, I can also hire a media team to do all my posts, but they won't understand how to connect with the community or
the way that you want
way
to.
I want to do it. So,
and I think honestly, part of it too is having a great team and letting go and working really hard on, like, if you want everything your way exactly, like that perfectionism. It's never gonna work. Yeah. Like, nothing's perfect, and I gotta let go of the reins sometimes. And I think I get really like, I'm gonna do everything, and then you can't do everything. So I've been working really hard to delegate, let go. Like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, delegation is super important. I think now too, like, I'm realizing, like, I can't handle everything by myself.
It's a lot.
So
And growth is what we want to do. And you can't grow if you don't have systems and time.
Because system is save yourself time, energy, and money. So, you want to have the system.
He came with the founder acronyms memorized.
Bro, trust me. I came prepared for this. This is important.
You want to look into the camera and tell them what system stands for?
System stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. So, you need systems in place for any business.
Now you having it memorized.
Dude, trust me. The amount of time I've heard that through like videos and books is like crazy. So.
Okay, good. So maybe I should apply it too. If you've heard it that many times, it's probably good.
It's important.
Literally. Yeah. So now that you have all these systems, growing businesses, I think I met you because of the Angel Limos signs that were everywhere on intersections. So that was our first time I actually even like saw the brand, saw the company. Give us the behind the scenes. So you just jumped right in to the limo world?
Yeah, so I was trying to get into a business and I was like, Angel Limos, limousines, like you're going to meet a lot of people. It's a luxury business. So you're going to meet connections and network. So at the end of the day, it makes money, it doesn't make money, there's a network there.
Yeah.
So for me, it was an understanding that, we're going to provide a great service. And at the same time, we're going to collab with everybody. What younger generation needs to understand is collaboration is like where you're going to make your money, right? So you probably saw the billboards and everything. I jumped into it. I posted it everywhere. I DM'd everybody. I DM'd Times of Canada as well. Let's sit down for a meeting.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how we sat down for a meeting and chatted. So I met, talked, I did everything I could in my possible way that I can meet people, sit with them, and show them what I do. Right? And that's where Angel Limo started like really growing. And then the media part was so powerful that it was just getting everywhere. It was getting the recognition, it was getting the views. Even though Angel Limos might be taking a back seat right now, Angel Limos, like I have big plans for it in 2026.
Yeah, I'm going to make you get me a limo for my birthday again.
Dope.
Angel Limos, 10 out of 10 service guy.
I got you, man. I got you.
I'm going to plug him.
I actually got some cool ideas coming. I'm not going to say them here.
Yeah.
Because 90% of the time, my ideas do get stolen from my businesses.
Yeah.
And people try replicating it. So I'm going to kind of keep it on the low, and you'll just see what we're going to do. So
honestly, I'm not going to lie, though. It doesn't bother me. Anymore. Like if I get it done first, like I know if you say it here and then someone does it before you do it, that bothers me. Yeah. But I've gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, Anne.
Yeah.
Like just do it. I'm like, you want to do the exact same thing as me? Do it.
People are gonna copy you. Yeah. It's just it's like they can't replicate you.
Exactly.
So they can't replicate your brand. They could copy your brand, but they can't replicate.
They can't replicate it.
So you're gonna see some cool stuff. I'm gonna see it get replicated, but they can't match it.
And we're excited for 2026. Yeah, it's gonna be huge, this year, that was not English. This year went by so fast.
Yeah.
The fact that it's almost 2026 is insane to me.
Turning old, man.
Yeah, we're getting old.
Unkstat.
Actually, Unkstat is.
Turning 27 in 6 months.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Yeah. I'm 26 in April.
Holy.
We're getting there. That's so insane.
Now we're closer to 30 than 20.
Then 20, I know. Yeah. Okay, at almost 27, what is your biggest piece of advice to other, let's just say people between 18 to 25 that are wanting to get into having their own business?
Okay, if you're 18 to 25, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do the business, okay? Like, you're going to make mistakes. You're still learning. You're going to lose money. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to have days where you're like, why am I even doing this? But I promise you, you can actually be retired by 27. Like, I'm not joking. If I started my businesses at 18, 19 instead of going to med school and I just focused on business, today I don't think I would have to work. Like, I'd work for fun, but I don't think I have to do it. Because I never, if I took it a little serious, because, we think that we know better than our parents. Like, and when our parents are like, yo, lock in, focus. I'm
like, la, la, la,
yeah, sure, you don't know. You don't know how life works.
I'm not going to lie, though. I'm really, like, even with you, I think we both wish that we could have started earlier when it comes to things like money or whatever. But genuinely, the experiences I had between 19 and 22, if I just never wanted, if I didn't do that then, when would I have done it, right? Like, then I would have been, like, midlife crisis. Like, I just feel like there's things you have to experience when you're young and have fun. Because I'm not going to be, like, I was never going to be 22 again. Yeah. So even if I wasn't taking school as seriously or wasn't taking my career as seriously at the time, I think it's important that you also, like, live your life. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, like, party every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday till 4 a.m. and not go to your classes. Yeah. But I think you do have to really experience your life while you can. Because you're not going to be 50 at a club. Well, I mean, you can be, but it won't be the same thing.
Be like Drake by at the club.
And I think, honestly, as well, like, the only thing that I'm going to interject into your story about is I feel like we're losing this importance of education right now.
Yeah.
With everything going online. And I do have to say, as someone that like ended up not really using their degree to the extent that I could have, like if I went to consulting or if I did like something in the finance field a little bit more, I do think that school taught me how to like be on time, be productive, write an email, how to cold call, like the little things and how you interact and your network. Because I think everyone that I met in university is doing something now that we're back into the same
circle,
market and space.
See,
and
that's dope.
Yeah.
But I went to Australia.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, it was useless. Like that network and that
But do you feel like it taught you how to like be resilient? Like even the way your story went?
100%.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I would be so soft. Like if I went through a hurdle today without what I went through in the past, I wouldn't be able to handle it as well.
And I think education as well. Like there's sometimes that I'll come into contact with people and I'm like, there's just basic things that you should know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you need like a 4-year degree or anything, but I just think that education, whatever it means to you, is important.
Maybe
like
it's just reading a book.
As long as reading a book. As long as you're educating yourself in something, it's so important. Because I think a lot of what we're losing is, you can learn stuff on YouTube, but you're not learning interactions when you go to YouTube.
You gotta meet
you're not
people.
learning how to speak to your professor when you are in YouTube. Yeah, skills you can learn, but the other half of it, I think for me, learning how to properly publicly speak, like do a case competition or present, like our whole, when you become self-employed, your whole life is pitching yourself.
You just have to pitch.
Yeah, and I think learning that was super important.
Yeah.
But I don't disagree with you either, because I just don't want to give the advice to not go to school.
Yeah.
But I do think that I wish I started earlier, but the experiences I got through university, I don't think I would be the person I am now without it.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I don't agree, because 90% of the time people are actually like, yo, you're from Surrey. Like, you don't even sound like a Surrey guy.
Yeah.
Right? Because the way we would talk at med school is like so professional, and then you kind of implement that in your day-to-day. I agree, right? It's a whole different way of talking.
Don't get me wrong, I'll have my shift out. I'll be like, hey man, but like, you know what your professional voice kind of sounds like, and you know the difference between the two.
Yeah.
But I do agree too that so much is shifting online. Like this is a forever battle I will have in my head, because you can learn a lot through like ChatGPT for 6 hours. You will learn a lot.
ChatGPT will teach you how to diagnose somebody.
Yeah, exactly. But I think like the life experiences you get out of going to school, if you have the ability and the privilege to go to school, are so worth it.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
And I think my biggest thing is it goes back to the parents. Like my parents didn't get to do that, so I want to do that. Like my mom didn't get to do her master's, so like at some point I would love to do my master's to like, you know what I mean? Like the lineage of people that didn't get to do it, and then if I can do it.
Yeah.
But then it's again, once you start working, it's that balance.
It's of that balance of like, you don't want to go back. Is this worth cost
benefit analysis?
Yeah.
Thank you, SFUBD. Yeah. That cost benefit analysis is. Then I'm like, is this worth the time that I'm going to spend doing this?
Yeah, it's you can learn all this knowledge, but if there's no hustle if you don't learn hustle, then you could be a lazy guy laying in your bed and, mid lunch, after lunch, you're sitting there taking a nap and, you don't understand the hustle.
This is where I think I'm going to come off a little bit controversial. I think that just the where I am right now and how much I understand that you have to work.
Yeah.
Regardless of anything, you have to work. And I feel sometimes that we've gotten, like, yes, have your work-life balance, do your thing. But I think regardless of what you pick, what industry you pick, because social media makes things look easy.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you pick, you're going to have to grind. You're going to have to put your head down. You're going to have to grind for 5, 6, 7, 2 years, depending on how lucky you are. I think luck and hustle are the biggest assets that you have in your life.
Yeah.
And I think we've gotten away from that, where people want things to be like easy, or like, oh, sorry, these are my boundaries. But I genuinely think that the work ethic that I was brought up with was that if you're going to do something, you do it all in. And I don't want to sound like that old auntie, like, oh, you have to work to make it somewhere.
Yeah.
But genuinely, if I feel like you have to work. Yeah. And sometimes when I try to explain to people that, like, oh, like, I'll do it later or whatever, I'm like, no, like, if you want to make it, you have to work now.
Get it done now.
You got to get it done now. And the more you put things off, the longer your projects stretch, the longer everything goes. And why not get the yes or no now instead of getting it in 2 weeks? Yeah. So that's a big thing I've been seeing, especially when I try to talk to younger people, my next gen, is that, like, I don't want to say people don't want to work. It's just the expectations of work have changed because so much is online. But even if it's online, you have to work to excel. Yeah. Like hustle's there.
Yeah. You, like, as you said, our parents hustled. Like, dude, I came from a 1-bedroom basement. There wasn't any furniture there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some days my dad couldn't feed me. We had to go to the Gurdwara and eat.
Yeah.
You know, like I came through a struggle. Like my dad, when he was driving truck for 14 hours, he would still throw up and he'll continue driving even if it was sick. There was no excuse. Like some people called me last week when I was super sick. Like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working. And I could barely speak. Like you probably heard my voice.
Yeah, I called.
Barely speak, but yo, you're still working. Yeah, because from where I am from what I've seen, my dad gave me everything in this world. And he struggled. But yet he was able to provide me everything I ever wanted because he worked hard. So that hustle is always in my head. Like, I got to hustle. Like, knowledge is amazing. I'm so grateful that what I learned was the knowledge that how to talk to people. Like, I failed multiple times. I fell to the ground so many times that, like, it mentally drains me to talk about it.
Yeah.
But if I didn't see how much my dad struggled, I would be giving up by now. Like, I continued working today because of my dad. Like,
Yeah.
I remember, you know, we didn't have money for babysitter. I used to go sit there while my mom was working, you know, at my mom's work. That's how
That was
crazy
the
it was.
era, though, I'm not going to lie. Like, that used to be an era of, like, your parents are at work and you're just at work with your parents.
Yeah.
I remember so many times, oh my goodness, this is just, you saying that brought back the
so many
red
memories.
van memory. We used to have a Times of Canada red caravan.
Yeah.
And I remember being a bratty 14-year-old and being like, Dad, don't pick me up in the work car. Like, if he ever had to pick me up, I was like, can you bring any other car? Like, do not bring the Times of Canada car.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so embarrassed. And I look back and I'm like, he was taking like a 15-minute break to pick me up and drop me off at home so I wouldn't have to walk. I could have appreciated that. But I was over here like, oh my God, you brought the car. Oh my God, whatever. Oh my God, that. Poor guy's taking 15 minutes off. Like, it's little things like that you also, I think, appreciate more when you're older.
Yeah.
And the moment I was like, I hate you. Like, you're embarrassing me. You're late to pick me up. I hate you. And now I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I should have been appreciative those times.
In the moment, you're like, oh, I'm so embarrassed and this and that. But then you realize, yo, like, and then, like, whatever they could have done, like, they did.
They did everything.
And they did everything on point. Because, you know, I look at me as a man and I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm going to make my parents proud. And I think for them, that's what they were looking at. You know, that's what they wanted their kids to be like, you know. Some kids that they, like, sadly, they'll leave their parents in old age homes and they won't even pay for the funeral. Like, I know people like that too. Right? So for us to be able to look at our parents and be like, yo, don't worry, it's my turn. And I'm going to take care of you. No matter what, through thick and thin. If I don't even have $1 in my pocket, I'm going to figure it out so you can stay with me.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. That's that hustle, like, you can't get
Can't
anywhere.
replace that.
Exactly. So
do you think you'll ever stop feeling like that? Because at some point I do see that the hustle is good, even for you. And like I see it in myself as well. But I think at some point it is your life as well.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you'll ever find that balance? I know that's like a really hard question, but...
Okay, I think, let's be honest.
Yeah.
That hustle did traumatize us.
Yeah.
Their hustle traumatized us, that, like, in a good way.
Yeah.
Because we hustle too.
Do you know what it is? It's a really, you know, when they say it's like a double-edged sword?
Yeah.
I think it's really hard to find the balance between, like, this is all I have to do with my life, like, grind, that I'm only validated as, like, achievements are validated, right? And I think a part of it is a little bit of trauma. Like, it did definitely give us some issues. And what I deal with, like, in other aspects. But I also think it, like, allowed me to be so resilient, keep pushing, and also know that at the end of the day, if anything ever went wrong, my parents were in my corner. Because this is what they wanted for me, right? So now if I'm here and anything goes wrong, I know I have them in my corner. But then the other half of it also, who was I talking to about this? This is so funny. This has been a topic for, like, the last week, is... nothing almost feels good enough. Yeah. Like, I could tell my dad tomorrow, knock on wood, I hope I make it there, but I'm on Forbes list. Okay, what's next? Yeah. Like, it's the what's next. Yeah. And I just feel like you keep going and you keep going, and the validation is always like, okay, great, you did that one. Gankia. Like, what are you going to do next? And it never ends. And I think I've gotten to a point where I've taken a little bit of a step back from it, and I'm like, I'm happy with what I'm doing, and I'm happy with myself. And I know that they love me, and I know that they didn't mean to make me feel that my validation was through successes. And that's okay. Yeah. Right? Because that's all they knew at the time. So I've been taking, like, slight steps back. So that's what I was wondering for you. Do you ever think you're going to reach that point where you're a little bit more balanced out, where you're also like, hey, I need to be happy as well? Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I actually do not see that happening anytime soon. Like, probably in the next 5 to 10 years, I don't think I'm going to be happy with my... Like,
I don't chase like people's like appreciation.
Validation, yeah.
Like, yo, I want an award at Times of Canada, right?
Yeah.
Shout out Times of Canada, right? But like, I didn't care about 500 people in the crowd. I cared when my dad hugged me and said, "I'm proud of you."
Yeah.
And that's the validation
I feel like we very
I need.
rarely get "I'm proud
Yeah,
of you."
yo.
I've gotten "I'm proud of you" probably twice in my
Yeah.
life, and I'm like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, no money in the world can give you that feeling. I
That's very
promise
true.
you, man. Like, we've had no money, we've had money, and now I'm rebuilding my businesses.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, through that whole phase, my dad just once say like, "Yo, I am proud of you." Like, I'll break down crying because
Yeah.
I know like that man has done so much.
Yeah.
Like, if he is saying that he's proud of me, then I
You
must
did.
be doing something
Something
right.
right.
So I chase that. Like,
good.
I chase that. Eventually, I feel like when I am able to pay my parents' bills and I can take care of the house and
Yeah.
they don't have to stress about money, then I'll be like, yo, I think I am
I
in a
made
good
it,
phase.
and
Then I
then-
can focus on like, am I happy? Like,
Yeah.
what do I want to do now? Like, can I, you know what I mean? Until then, like, if your parents are paying your bills and you know your parents are working and your parents are touching 60, like, I'm sorry, like, we gotta prioritize these things first for now. Like, that's my thinking,
Yeah.
to be honest, right? For some other people, it might be like, oh, that's such a traumatizing thing to say, or like, you know, like a hard pill to swallow
Swallow.
type conversation. But I'm sorry, like, I know what I'm trying to do in my life, and that's my goal is to, like, my dad, like, I want to give him the riches of life. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I want to do. Like,
You will,
that's what
and
it
you're
is.
already working on it.
Yeah, that's the, you know, it's deep, it's deep.
It's deep,
it's
but you
crazy
will.
deep, but
But you will, and I also think it's not a negative goal to have.
yeah,
Like, I think there's some goals that come from trauma that are just net negatives,
Yeah.
right? Like, no one wins from this.
Yeah.
I also think it's like the way you're looking at it is a little bit more productive. But I do think at some point,
yeah,
look within, man. Like, what makes you happy? You
Yeah.
got to figure that out at some point too, and you got to be proud of yourself.
yeah,
Because I think that's like the internal locus of control. Like, I like what I'm doing, and I'm proud of me, and that's what matters. And I think you'll slowly also shift that way too.
Like, I'm blessed. I don't drink and smoke, right? I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not
He
addicted.
said, "Yeah, it's not a bad thing."
No, like, you know, I'm saying like I'm not addicted, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm addicted to being successful.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm addicted to opening new businesses.
Yeah.
It's a new high for me. Like, you know, if tomorrow, like, we're like, yo, we're gonna open a business together, I am so excited. Like,
Yeah.
that's a addiction.
Yeah.
I can't explain it, and it just keeps
You've
happening.
almost probably taken like your passion and made it into work. And I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. Like businesses and scaling,
Yeah.
I would say is kind of like something
Creativity.
that you're passionate is what you're passionate
Yeah.
about. And I think that's a huge part of it too. It's like not doing what other people want you to do, but now you're doing it in your own terms.
Yeah.
So I think that's also like your happy compromise. Like I didn't become a doctor, but hey, look at this. Like I'm doing what makes me happy, but it's also now bang, bang, bang. Like I want to make you proud. As an entrepreneur, what's one thing that you feel like you had to unlearn? Or not even as an entrepreneur, like being now past a quarter century. He's an uncle.
Unlearn.
Unlearn.
Sleeping schedules.
Yeah.
Like, not sleeping schedules. Like, I get anxious. I'll be honest, right?
Yeah.
I'm a highly anxious dude. I don't talk about my struggles to a lot of people. I get anxious. I overthink. Like, I've told you a couple times, like, yo, like, Gitanjali, I'm kind of feeling like weird today, you know? Like, just FYI, I'm gonna vent it out to you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I've said that to you,
Yeah.
by the way. Like, I've never said that to a lot of people, but I have said that to
but
you.
also I want you to know that like that's normal.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's a big thing too for me right now. It's like you should be there for your
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
You should be there for the people around
Yeah.
you. And I don't know why that's such a like, I'm
Yeah.
tired today. I don't want to. You answer your friends' phone calls.
Exactly.
That's a rant for a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
But I genuinely
Part 2.
believe that you don't need to feel bad for reaching out to your support system in your community because that's what they're there for.
Exactly.
So like even now you're saying that I can't say that to a lot of people. I feel like you should be able to say that to anybody in your
Yeah.
support system. And it's unfortunate we're at a point where
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Exactly.
But sorry, continue. I've like completely jumped in on that one.
I get what you mean, but yeah, like for me, it's hard to open up to people, especially now, right? Like, but for me, I'm trying to unlearn, like waking up a certain time, going to this place at a certain time, working at a certain time. Like in university, you wake up at like 6 a.m., right? Like that's what you're taught. Wake up early, go to school. Like I'm trying to unlearn that stuff because for me, like that's ingrained in my head that yo, like you gotta be like this to be successful. So for me to unlearn that, like let's think about it. Our whole life, like you know, our parents, our teachers, our priests, or anybody would tell us this is the way to live. And they kept building this boundary around us, right? And what we're trying to do now is a totally different thing of what they said to us. So my mind is like, oh no, you gotta stay in the box, you gotta stay in the box, you gotta stay in the box. But I'm trying to like relearn everything. So for me to break the box, there's gonna be some discomfort.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. Like that discomfort, I'm trying to.
I think you grow outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah. So that's the whole point. Like I'm just trying to relearn certain things that people said that, oh, this is the right thing to do, which may not be true. And I'm trying to do it in my own way. Like,
or like learn the way that it works better for you.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to say, like, whatever you read one of those self-help books, X, Y, and Z. It's the whole thing that like one method doesn't apply to everybody and it never will. And it's cool that you say that. Like you're just trying to unlearn what people think is normal and what the stereotypical like norm is. So you're like, hey, I'm gonna take this norm and I'm gonna make it my own, and you're unlearning basically the way that you've been programmed your whole life, which I think is honestly really good advice.
Yeah.
That everything doesn't have to be done in a molded way, that you can do anything in a way that you want
Exactly.
to.
Like, again, being super anxious and going through all that, like I'll tell people that some days I do not want to get out of bed, right? Like you have to make your to-do list, you have to go through that list. That's how you're going to feel more better by the end of the day. And, you know, like
routine over motivation.
Exactly.
Consistency
Discipline.
over motivation. Discipline.
Yeah.
I honestly 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Like there's days where I'm like, I hate everything I'm doing today and I don't want to do any of this. And honestly, once you start your day, and like, again, we're in fields where we do kind of like what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm passionate about all the work I do.
Exactly.
And once your day starts rolling, you're like, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah. It's, you know, we're moving.
Yeah.
We're moving in the right direction, maybe even a small step. And that's what, you know, today's generation and, you know, maybe even the older generation or anybody needs to learn that, you are going through things that is totally fine. Like I go through things, you go through things, we all go through things. But you can't just give up whatever you're doing at that phase. And that's what you said, right? Like we talked about, like, what would you say to your younger self that, oh, I would tell you to start early, but if I didn't go through my struggle, I wouldn't know any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta allow any obstacle to come your way and, you know, be like, God is teaching me something from this obstacle, and accept it. Because, you know, some people, they're like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through the struggle? I say, okay, like,
what is this
God,
preparing me for? What is God teaching me right now?
Like maybe he doesn't want to give me $30,000 a month yet. Right? Maybe, straight
to
up.
the money.
Straight up. Like maybe God does not want to give me $30,000 a month yet.
Yeah.
Because if I made $30,000 a month today,
am I gonna
work hard for that $30,000 though?
No.
So I have to go through my struggle. I have to go through my karma. I have to go through these things. That's what I would say.
Now, do you think like going through things, now we did Angel Limos and then the shift in perspective of like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. What was the jump into Blades and Banter like?
Okay, hard.
Yeah,
hard.
Okay. One word, hard.
Yeah, so I realized when you're new to an industry, the industry will do anything to shut you off, right? They'll say negative things. They'll say anything and everything to make you look like the bad guy, right? So when I came into Angel Limos, I'm thankful for Angel Limos. I had friends in the industry already that are doing good, that were like able to shelter me and help me.
I'm literally trying to listen seriously, and then every time you say friends in the industry, it just Drake's song keeps playing. Yeah. No friends in the industry.
Copyrighted.
Yeah, I tried. Sorry.
And then at the same time, like I came into Blades and Banter, like it was tough because I'm like, everybody's saying that, we're not a good barbershop, but I have a 10 out of 10 looking barbershop. Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, he's not a barber though. Yeah, but I'm a great promoter and I'm putting my barbershop everywhere I can. So I'm not sitting there and filling my whole schedule out as a barber, as a manager, and then filling my team's schedule out. I'm filling my team's schedule out first, and I'm focusing on getting more clients in the shop.
Yeah, like it's the whole lead production, right? Like you need someone to bring people in regardless.
Exactly. So that was the hard part, like jumping into Blades and Banter, like learning how to do and work with people and understand and tell them, like, I know this is a new company. You gotta trust me. We're gonna make it work. It's been 2 months, and thankfully with God, we almost have a full shop. Like I didn't not expect that. Like I just came into the industry as a kid who went through so much stuff in his life that like a barbershop was just a place for me when I was going through a hard time, that I could go there and talk about my problems and feel good. Like I felt like brotherhood and family, a good energy. So all I wanted to do was introduce something to my community that has that energy of brotherhood. And men don't like going to therapy.
I mean, men's mental health month just passed.
Yeah.
And even that, well, shout out barbershops for being therapists.
Exactly.
But no, like definitely, like if men don't like going to therapy, that's a space where they can come back and talk and still hang out with everybody.
Exactly.
So I see what you mean by trying to give that to especially the South Asian community.
Exactly. So that's what it was. Like I went through so much. I understood that a barbershop helped me. Let's see what we can do if we open one up. And then, you know what? I, again, was going to open one up at 18, 19, but it didn't happen. So, 4 years down the road, I had the same opportunity. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this.
And what's meant to be always will be. Like you will never miss what's meant for you. And like literally that you wanted to open it then, you open it now. Like I just feel like anything that's meant for you will never miss you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's been a hard journey navigating with the outside world about the stigma of, oh, you're not a barber, it won't be a successful shop, or all that negative energy that people put out. But it's like, you know what? It's okay. We're going to make it work. It's a step-by-step process. It's going to take time, right? Every business is 1 year to 2 years of full like time and energy before you can see the real results of it. So it's not like I'm chasing money, like, and my barbers know that. I love all my barbers. Like I can go.
You're literally playing basketball with your barbers.
Yeah,
after this.
yeah. Like I'm actually gonna go play ball.
Yeah.
Because dude, like these guys are like my brothers. Like if they go through something, I'm there. If I go through something, they're there. So it's like we've created a family that we are always there for each other. And I want to see these guys successful. Like I want you're 17 to 25 to 28. Like I want you all to be making money and being productive and being successful.
Yeah.
That's my thing. You know what I mean?
But I think that's also like leadership, right? And earlier you just touched on like the industry. We were talking about this earlier as well. The whole, you don't realize that it's usually the people closest to you that aren't supporting you until you start on ventures like this.
Oh yeah.
Or like the simplest thing, like liking a message or restoring, honestly takes nothing out of people's day. And I think when you start like this, like you're saying like promotions and like you're so good at promoting, I think asking is a part of it, but also so many people just don't do things for no reason. And it'll be the people closest to you that you're like, hey, like liking that post that I know you saw wouldn't have taken anything out of your day. Or like
or reposting it.
Reposting it.
Yeah.
Like, I repost everything. Because I'm like, why would I not promote you if I can? If I have even the babyest platform, don't get me wrong, I'm not an influencer by any means, but like if I have a little bit of a platform and I can help uplift you in any way, why wouldn't I do that? Yeah,
I realized that as I keep going into ventures, it's not my friends that support me, it's like the other people. Like, don't get me wrong, I do have 2-3 friends that do support me, who I love and they know who they are. But when I start a venture, I realize that my followers aren't gonna support me. Like I might be looking at my barbershop and I see 700 guys that follow me. All 700 guys will not support me.
Yeah.
Right. So I sit there and I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's always
the internet is fake.
Yeah, it is. Sadly, like people just see the good things. They don't see the bad things. But that's why I'm like, you know what? It's okay. People are not gonna support me. My friends won't support me. But eventually, people will see the good. They'll see the character. They'll see what you're trying to do. Eventually, people will support you.
Definitely. And I honestly think the same thing. Like I have my like core group of friends, core family, like support everything I do. It's amazing. I just think I don't know. As you start really diving into things, it's just like weird to see that like you've supported X person and now they're not supporting you back or just whatever. Those little things that are just so easy to me. Like the repost that we just talked about, the liking it or like the leaving me a comment, texting me to tell me how you felt about it. And I think it's so ingrained in me to do that for other people because why wouldn't I support you? That I almost get like surprised. Like I didn't realize it wasn't just a girly pop little community.
People think that I own the business. I'm like, no, it's just a friend that I'm supporting. Like, support him too. Like, come on, guys. Like, if we all work together to support each other.
Collaboration over competition at any point. The more we can do for each other, the more we uplift each other and the more things actually work. Yeah. And I don't know why people are so like, I don't know what the word is, just like hesitant. I don't even think they have ill intentions. It's just a weird hesitation.
Yeah, like what are people going to think of me? Or it's just a hesitation of support.
Yeah, and I don't understand that.
Yeah,
I've never understood that.
It's like the box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm all in. Anytime I'm like, I'm 100 or I'm 0.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really bad at being like, oh, well, like, no, like, if I want to, if you ask me for help and I see you in that space, I'm all in. I'm like, what can I do to help you? Like, you were my kid now.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand that like when people don't feel like that, I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's the programming.
Yeah.
The way we're programmed is probably different how somebody else is. So,
and I also think it's just like everything. I grew up in a really collectivistic culture. Like I think being South Asian, we normally are. Like you do everything for the group. Like sana like what time are we all going to be there on time? And I think shifting like Western views are very individualistic. Like how am I doing? How is my family doing versus how is the community doing?
Exactly.
So I think the next couple of generations and even the generations before us that have been here longer, I really had to figure that out. And that also might be why we are where we are. Is that I was lucky and privileged to have a village.
Yeah.
Like I have more cousins than I can count, living like 2 streets away from me. Like I was privileged to have 7 brothers to call when I had a flat tire. But then the vice versa, that is when they need something, I'm there. Like to have a village, you have to be a villager, right? And I think the people that weren't raised on that don't see it. And that also falls into the like, it's about me first versus it's about the we first.
I agree with you, but here's the thing. My village was burnt like when I was 7 years old. So I didn't have a village. I had my direct family.
Yeah.
So for me, it was, I'll tell you, like I didn't have that. I just think it was like, I don't know where this came from. Like working together makes, like it might be some like motivational like video or book I was reading that kind of taught me how to work with everybody. But like, yeah, like you know how family drama is and
money that always happens.
And, one cousin gets successful and then everybody starts, bad mouthing them and
let them.
Yeah, you cut them off and, sometimes you go through that. Like I can't even say anything.
You do. But also you just gotta like, it's everybody. Like that's what I realized too. Like there's no shame in the game. Like every South Asian family has drama.
Yeah.
Every family in general has drama.
Yeah.
Let them.
Yeah.
I'm big on that. I'm like, let them.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely think if someone has a problem and they can't approach me with the problem, I don't know that there's a problem anymore. Like we all have to be better at like communicating, working together, all of that.
Yeah.
And exactly what you're saying. If they don't want to be around, let them.
Yeah,
if they want to be around, let them.
Exactly.
Like,
and this goes not only for family, but for friends too. Like if somebody's saying something about me or that and I don't know about it, then there is no problem.
There's no problem.
Like I have no problems
with
anybody.
But now that you've said that, my biggest shift recently, now that I've gotten older and I've really realized that like if you don't pick a side it's always chosen for you.
Yeah.
I am huge on, I don't care that they said it. Why were they comfortable saying it to you?
Yeah.
If you are in a room and someone's speaking about me and you come back and you tell me and you think that's a good thing, I don't think that's a good thing. Because if you really cared about me, you wouldn't have been in that room.
Yeah.
People around you wouldn't have been that comfortable.
Yeah.
No one would say that.
Yeah.
The people know not to say X, Y, and Z in front of me because I'm going to stand up for the people that I care about.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And I think that's been my recent shift recently of like, I don't care that you told me. Why were you in a space where that was acceptable?
And why didn't you stand up for me in that moment?
In that moment, yeah. Because that's what it really is, right?
Yeah.
And so it definitely applies to friends too. Like if someone can't be there for you in the way that you are there for them, let them.
Yeah.
You take that step back and you let them.
Yeah.
It's not a fight. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's just people can only pour into you how much they've poured into themselves.
Yeah.
And I always use the example of like, I could be a big mug and someone could be a teacup and maybe how much I'm giving is honestly overwhelming them. Like
it's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Then you
that's
just take
well
a step
said.
back and you let the little
that.
cup be a little cup.
I'm going to copy that.
Yeah, no. Because I really think about
That's
that. I used to take things so personally.
Same.
Like I would take everything to heart. I'd be like, oh my God, but I did this and then they didn't even call me. Or like they didn't even come to my birthday or they didn't come in X, Y, and Z. And then just got to the point where I'm like so happy and fulfilled with everybody in my life that like I'll pour into people that pour into me. And even if you're not pouring into me, I'll still pour into you. I'm just not going to take it personally. I'm going to let you do you. And I'm going to love you as much as I can. And I'm going to give you the support that you need. But it's just the detachment of let them. Like, I don't need anything back from this. And you also do know which relationships in your life are more give and take. Like, more reciprocal, more like a real family feeling. And you just hold on to those and you love those people and you don't let them go.
Exactly. And that's, well, spot on, man.
Thank you.
I don't even know what to say after that one, bro.
I'm so passionate about that topic because I just think that like we should love each other. Like I really think about this grind and I think about corporate culture. Yeah. And like we were not put on this earth to do a 9 to 5 and hate each other. Yeah. Like there's no reason that we need to be living like this, but that is a whole different map for a different day.
Different topic, man. We could go hours about this topic.
Actually, speaking about a different topic.
No.
I got a good one coming. You call yourself a really good promoter, right?
Somewhat.
So, can you tell us about how you promote yourself as a lover boy on some of those private stories?
No.
Is he really that romantic in real life, or is it just for the private story?
It's because, I was born in a household of Bollywood.
Yeah.
And, Bollywood, it's hopeless romantic. So,
Yeah.
your chunni getting stuck in the kurta is the type of romance we talk about. So
then why is it only on your private story? Why do we not tell the world that we are a lover boy? I mean, you are now.
Well, now we are, but I think certain aspects of you are so beautiful that only you can share with a certain group of people.
Yeah.
Like if I share this with everybody, they won't understand who you are. They'll just think he's weird. Which I don't care what people think about me.
Let 'em.
Like, yo, it is what it is. Like, I've made mistakes in my life. Like, I'm a person who's trying to learn from my mistakes and become a better person. Like, this hookup culture, this situationship, it doesn't work for me.
I don't believe in it at all.
Yeah, like it doesn't. Like that's
so
not
angry.
me. Like
I'm getting angry in my bones.
yeah,
This
like
topic makes me angry in
it
my
gets
bones.
me more. Here's the thing, right? Like we all have souls. This is gonna be so spiritual that it's gonna make me sound like I don't know, but we all are souls, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're in a relationship, your souls connect.
Yeah.
Like you become one.
Soulmates, twin flames.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm just hooking up with people, my soul is connecting, disconnecting. It doesn't understand the value of relationships.
Yeah.
And it doesn't understand the value of people.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, okay, now, like, I've been in relationships where I've made mistakes and I've lost people that I really cared about, right? And maybe they've made mistakes, we've all made mistakes, right? But for me, now I look at it like if I'm going to actually date, it's like somebody I want to be with for the long term. And I kind of tell my mom this too. I'm like, at this point, like, I don't even want to look at.
But I also think you find your person when you're least expecting it.
Yeah. 400%.
Like, I genuinely think, like, when you're working on yourself and you're the happiest doing whatever you're doing is when, like, someone falls into your lap. And it'll be, like, the most unexpected thing ever. And it just, like, it worked for me that way. It worked for, like, so many people that I see in, like, these, like, actual, like, were the people that never wanted one.
Yeah.
Or, like, they were just in the space of, like, I'm doing me right now. And then it just kind of, like, whoop, it falls into their lap.
Exactly. And I don't want to, I don't know, I'm at a weird point in my life where, like, that happened to me, by the way. Like, I found somebody that, came at a time where I was actually depressed and anxious and going through things. So when things broke off, it was like I was so hurt because I understood what my fault was at that point. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to become
I also do think that people are very, like, there's also karmic relationships. Like, I genuinely, like, I think people come into your life, there's karmic reasons that you guys are here again based on, like, past lives or whatever you want to, like, take into regard. But I genuinely think that karmic relationships, some people are in your life to teach you a lesson, hold up a mirror, be there for a certain amount of time, and that's where your karma ends, right? And then once that, there's no, nothing left to give, take, you guys have learned the lessons that you were meant to learn together. It's okay that you split. And it's a chapter in your life, it's not your whole life.
Yeah. And you know what? That person did help me get through a dark time. So maybe that was the lesson.
Yeah, maybe that was the lesson. Maybe that was the blessing.
That was the blessing, So always grateful for whoever I've maybe dated, right? But it's at the end of the day, like now, I'm not chasing it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not chasing a relationship. If it happens, it happens. Like right now, my priority is something else. Like,
what's the most delusional thing you've done being a lover boy?
Delusional?
Yeah.
I've flown to New York for a girl, man.
Was it your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's less delusional. Like,
but
that's
it's
like
pretty delusional.
Yeah.
Like what,
how
21?
old were you? Okay, you were a baby.
I was delusional.
You were a baby. Where did you make the money for that ticket? Actually, I guess it wasn't that bad then.
It was my mom.
Your mom was a part of the team.
My mom was the team,
That's actually sick. Your mom was so sweet.
Now I'm actually traumatized too. I'll be honest, right?
Yeah.
Like we look at like as a lover boy, like at that point I wasn't making money.
Yeah.
Like I've been in 2 proper relationships. I wasn't making money in both of them. Both of them ended due to financial issues.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't communicate that I'm broke at this point in time.
You have to say it. But then also I feel like that comes with like now knowing that like when you're comfortable in a relationship, that's easy to say.
Yeah.
Like I think anything's easy to say.
For me, I was, how you're in a brown family, it's like the man is always taking care of the girl. Yeah. But like, if I don't have money to take care of her, that was my thinking.
It's 2024. We all gotta work. No one can afford a 1-income household, man. Yeah. Like we gotta let go of that. Yeah. Like so we're all gonna be working.
For me, that was the hardest thing. Yeah. So now it's like, okay, if I'm gonna get into a relationship, I want to be physically, mentally, and financially on point in my life. Maybe, like people will be like, oh, but as you say, like, you got to communicate, everybody has to work. But I don't want to give somebody a half version of me where I know that the better version of me would actually cherish you. So let's just give it some time.
Yeah.
And not just jump into it. Like I've tried. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know my love.
Have you succeeded?
Huh?
Have you tried and succeeded?
No. Because I'll be honest, like
that was such a mean question. No,
I have not succeeded because I'll be honest, like people just move weird nowadays.
Yeah.
Like if you try asking somebody out politely, they'll be like, oh, he asked me out, and next thing you know, 30 people know that you asked this girl out, and like they, you know what I mean, nobody respects you or values you as a person, and that's why your stuff just goes all over the place. So now I'm like, you know what, like I'm gonna try. If you don't give me a definite answer, that's on you. I'm gonna continue living my life. So that's where we're at right now.
Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of rapid fire. Okay, what is the biggest entrepreneur red flag?
Oh, the biggest red flag if they're hiding things.
Okay.
Like you can tell when they're
moving a little shady.
Yeah, when they're moving shady.
Okay, now biggest lover boy red flag when you meet a woman.
Biggest when we're at a dinner.
Yeah.
Like right now we're doing a podcast. We're talking. There's no cell phones. You know what I mean? Like, well, you're asking questions, but like we've been doing this podcast for an hour.
Yeah.
We've been talking.
Yeah.
I think the biggest red flag is for you to pick up your phone and texting people while I'm having a dinner with you.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
Okay, fair enough. Not missing connection.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the most delusional statement that you live by?
Most delusional statement.
Yeah.
You're putting me on the spot right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. What's the most delusional statement?
The most delusional statement I live by. Nah, I gotta come back to this one, bro.
Okay, fine. We'll do a little wraparound.
Yeah.
What do you think? Hard work or connections? What's more important?
Hard work.
You think hard work?
Yeah.
I'd argue sometimes you make it places when you're not equipped because of connection, but.
Yeah. Fair enough. I
Worst
agree.
date you've ever been on?
Worst date I've ever been on?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Shoot, you're putting me on the spot, bro.
Worst date you've ever been on?
Worst date? We went to go eat food and then, I don't know, I've never been on a worst date, yo.
Okay, so you've had good ones.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, one thing that you splurge on with zero guilt.
Food.
I feel like it's same. I love eating.
Taco Bell.
You're veggie as well, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
vegetarian.
so I feel like they have really good options.
Yeah.
Okay, our last thing before we go. I'm going to get you to look in that camera and give us a 30-second pitch.
30-second pitch.
Yeah, on why you are a lover boy.
Bro, you put me on the spot. Like, I don't know what this is that every podcast is trying to expose me for, but they've been trying to get...
It's your private story, I swear. I'm like, ooh.
The private story gets painful at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Like.
This guy's posting about his most heartbreaking things. There's some Bollywood song playing in the back. I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, Karan Kanwar. I'm like, what was this? What did I just wake up to?
It's just, that 1 a.m. thought about if I could be better, I would do better.
Yeah.
Like, if I should have done better. You know, that's what the whole thinking is.
You love her, gotta let her go. You gotta put Beba Fa in the back or something.
Like, that's literally how it is, life sometimes.
Yeah.
But my pitch, how I am a lover boy?
Yeah.
How I am a lover boy.
Yeah, tell us how you're a lover boy.
Honestly, like growing up from a middle-class family, my parents love each other so much that I always was raised with so much love between both of my parents. So for me, I'm that hopeless romantic that wants to, give that same energy my dad gave to my mom to my partner. So like I want to take my partner out to dinners. I want to take care of her.
3.
That's it. That's all I got. I could send.
Hit the noise.
I could take the whole day doing this, by the way.
Okay, guys. So applications are open. Feel free to sign into the next
auntie.
gen. Yeah, I'm the Seema auntie. My mom's name is Seema, so it's even funnier.
Smokes.
Yeah, actually, I am the Bachola here.
Yeah, what's that show called? Indian Matchmaker?
Indian Matchmaker. Yeah. So if anybody wants to send in an application, please DM the Next Gen podcast on TikTok, Instagram, wherever you want to.
100%. I am picky though. Like,
I'm picky.
Nah, I'm not even trying to be rude, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a type of guy, like I'm very specific, so.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out. So send in your applications and then Karan will review. So there you go. That's your update.
Yes.
But, okay, if you guys haven't already, like my video.
Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, share. Show the love, man, because who's doing this at our generation, right? So
I feel like podcasts maybe a couple people, but the work behind the scenes, less people.
Yeah, no, like I 100%, like I have your back, bro.
Thank you.
Like I got you. Like,
and he's also giving discounts on haircuts.
Yeah, like 25% off. Gang.
There you go. Mention the Next
Blades
Gen
and
podcast.
Banter, cool. Yeah, let's do it.
There you go. I plugged it, so I better see some of you guys there.
Yeah, 100%. I'd be disappointed, man. Like,
yeah, like I hope you get a rush. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
It's like 2 people that come in, but whatever. Something's better than nothing.
Something is always better than nothing.
Literally. But thank you for being on. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure we'll do a part 2 soon.
Oh, big time. This was fun.
This is so fun.
Yeah, just keep exposing my lover boy, yo.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Now I gotta delete the private stories, gang.
Yeah, everyone's going to ask if they can get added to your
Bro,
private story.
those private stories are painful, bro.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next Thursday at 12 p.m.
See you guys.
Bye.